Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and if you're new, make sure you subscribe right now. So today we're going to be talking about Gypsy-Rose. Many of you guys have been commenting, asking me to reveal who this character comes from, and when I looked up a photo of Gypsy, immediately I saw Juliette Lewis. They look identical. Here's a side-by-side that I made. They look so much alike. This is Juliette Lewis. She's in a lot of movies, but she's not really like popular. Like, I never hear people really talk about this character. So when I was looking at photos of Gypsy, immediately I seen Juliet. Now I don't know if this character is special needs or something. Like, I don't know if they outwardly have made Juliette Lewis special, you know, because they do that type of stuff, but these characters share this type of like weird energy, you know. And here's another side by side of them. They look so much alike. The only difference in this side by side is their nose. I noticed that they gave Gypsy an obnoxious nose, okay, but that doesn't discredit that they're the same, because when you look at them from a straightforward perspective, they look exactly alike, even their nose relatively, because the tip of their nose is the same, especially in this photo. Their smile is even similar. The only difference is that Juliet's lips are bigger. We see that they even have the same line across their neck. Juliet has an Adam's apple that's very noticeable. They purposely did that. All the female celebrities are males and all the male celebrities are female. Basic information. Another difference between these two characters is the weight. They purposely make these slight differences in the characters to throw people off, but you just have to see past all of that, because when you look at their eyes, identical, and if you look at their eyebrows, angled exactly the same. So Gypsy has been trending recently, and I guess that's why so many people want me to do a video on this. And this character is a very disgusting character. I feel like characters who do these type of psyops are very disgusting, because they steal real people's stories to harvest energy from the masses. Yes, this whole situation is fake with Gypsy, but they stole this story, okay? This happens to real people. One thing to note is that if you've went through any crazy situation in your life, or you're going through a crazy situation in your life, they are documenting what you've went through, and they're later going to use it to give it to another character so they can harvest energy. So for an example, there's probably kids or anybody who is getting drugged by another family member to stay sick, and they purposely have stole that real life story, put it on this character to harvest all this energy so they can continue with their deception and their lies, okay? And that's how they continue on. They need to harvest energy in all type of areas, you know? And you may ask, well, how are they stealing these stories? How are they stealing these personal stories that people have, you know, all these little details? They are docking us 24/7. I mean, there's cameras everywhere. They've even conned people to get the Amazon rings on their door, which is a third-party system. Instead of people getting their own camera system, people go to Amazon, get a camera system. You don't think they store that footage? Everything they see, they're not storing that? Oh, somebody having an argument outside the door? You don't think they're storing that? And then they're later going to make a character. They're going to use that situation as a template for some stage event. And yeah, they over-exaggerate the entire thing when they steal real people's stories. The sickest thing is that they get people who've been through the stories to like the character that's fakely going through the situation that they're going through. So for example, there was probably somebody that's in love with the whole situation, this situation, and they're like, oh, I relate to this, not knowing that, yeah, duh, you relate to this. They stole parts of your life to make this character story, you know? And they also influence other people who weren't even thinking about this to do it. You know, it's so complex. Their agendas and the way that they do everything is so complex, and people shouldn't sympathize them. And you know what's the saddest part? The saddest part is that people will give all their energy up to them, donate and do all these things for a fake character who's perfectly fine. Even if they kill them, it's still perfectly fine because they don't exist, while there's a real person going through this exact thing that ends up dead and nobody cares. You know, it's not fair. It's not at all. So these type of situations, people like Gypsy needs to be exposed, because these situations reveal how much people support fake people and the situations they're going through. with the bare minimum of proof. Just because they're acting out some situation and doing street theater, that doesn't make it real. They still stage these things to push fear on the masses, to program people, and to discredit people who are actually going through these exact situations. You know, it's sick. And those real people just end up hopeless. No one's there for them, nothing. I even have this theory where I started to connect that if real people die in your life, they'll kill a celebrity around that time, especially if it's like a person who was like, I guess close to a lot of people. They'll kill a celebrity around that time, sometimes even on the same exact day, to distract the people there. And that has happened so many times in my life, where there was someone either I went to school with or a family member, they die, and then like days later a celebrity die, or sometimes on the same exact day or the day after, you know. And I realized that distracts the people who are close to this real person that died. I see so many people get these fake characters tatted on them and rep them for life, and that makes no sense. I think it's quite disgusting, and I know they're laughing. And when I say they, I'm talking about the ones that create these characters, the ones that are running psyops, the ones who are controlling this entire matrix. I think they're laughing. I think they're laughing, especially when people defend this type of stuff, because it's like you getting double conned. You're getting conned to be their little soldier, and you getting conned to believe that this is real, to believe that the fake stuff they purposely put out is real. It's insane. No one questions what the media is. So yeah, these type of stories be real, you know. They steal these type of stories. And like I said, she's not real. She's fake, and it's disgusting. They purposely make the vessel like that. Let that be known. They purposely can make vessels like this. Don't get fooled by all those fake people they put out, where they make the vessels obviously fake and give them this like artificial look. Don't be fooled by that. They could mimic real people. I honestly believe that their best pawns are not celebrities. Their best pawns are actually the ones they have infiltrating amongst us. You know, you walking around outside and there be people involved. That's bottom line. You go to school with somebody, next thing you know, they're famous. And you would have never thought, because in school they were different. They didn't even like strike you as being someone that would grow to fame or something like that, because they know how to infiltrate. They know how to mimic how regular people look. That's why it's pretty easy, I feel like, to notice that celebrities are fake, because they're so artificial looking. They're so dolled up all the time. But this type of stuff, I see why sometimes it's probably hard for people to think that this is fake. Because you could walk into Walmart and see somebody that look like her mom, you know, a modern day version of that. And it's because they stole a real life look, you know, to make these characters. They're still sim characters. And it's just sick how much acting they do with this. You know, they probably really acted it all out. That's the sick thing about it, because I have this other theory where I think their vessels don't feel pain, you know, and that's why they have all of these wrestlers and these fighters, all those type of characters. And I think they just don't feel pain, and I think that they're so sick that they really act these things all the way out to get some type of kick out of it. You know, it's really weird. So a crazy connection between Gypsy and Juliet is that in the movie Ma, which came out in 2019, and of course it's called Ma, M-A, Matrix. And if you guys ever see, they put that in a lot of movies, like mature audience, the initials is M-A, Matrix, okay? So this movie came out in 2019, and let's talk about some crazy detail that's embedded in this movie, that if you don't know who's Juliet's other character, you won't connect why they did all this. Oh, it's so sick. It's even like hard to kind of explain this, but I'm doing my best to explain this. So the main character in this movie, Sue-Ann, she has a daughter named Jeannie, okay? Jeannie, that's ironic. That's similar to Gypsy. Now, what is the chances that Sue-Ann's daughter, Jeannie, is being drugged by Sue-Ann to be sick? And when the main character, Maggie, meets her, she in a wheelchair, you know, she's just sick, you know? And this is the same storyline that they gave to Gypsy. See how they do this? And putting this in a movie is like they're revealing 100% that the whole situation with Gypsy was fake. You know, that's what they're revealing to people. And I even highlighted under here, it says that the mom is drugging her daughter to make her sick, you know. She don't want her to leave the house, etc. Controlling, you know. And the main character's mom is Juliet. Juliet is Gypsy-Rose. See how that connects? They always do this. What is the chances Gypsy's other characters in this movie in 2019 and her daughter gets cool with Sue-Ann, and Sue-Ann is drugging her daughter, and her daughter's in a wheelchair, sick. You know, same exact storyline. What is the chances of this? And this is what I'm talking about with this artificial look. In the documentary or the show that they made based off Gypsy-Rose's life, the actors look so artificial purposely, so you don't think that characters like Gypsy and her mom are involved, okay? They purposely use this character to play her and not someone that actually realistically looks like her, because they want to push an image on you like, oh, this is fake what you're watching, but when we show you these photos, it was real. All right, you know, that's what they're trying to do. It's really sick, man. I see every single little detail that they do. I see it. So yeah, they're identical to each other. And here's this photo of Gypsy. Man, this is a weird looking character. Her nose is so obnoxious. They do this all the time. I show Speed's noses like that. They do this. They know how to make an ugly character. They know how to make a realistic looking character. They know how to make a weird character that looks obviously not real, like someone that looks just very surreal. They know how to do that, you know. And so she's in front of a brick wall, of course, masonry, Freemasonry, the brick wall, Masonry 33. Come on, they have this character purposely in front of this brick wall because this is another layer. And honestly, they've completed their job with this one, you know. They've completed a job with this one. Characters like Gypsy and OJ are characters used to push fear on people. It's usually like these crime type of characters. I'm noticing they're putting an end to them. I mean, think about it. Gypsy, she's trending around the same time that OJ is dead. And it's like they're putting an end to this type of era. I think they've already pushed enough people into fear. That's why people don't socialize with each other. I think their biggest tactic with these type of cases is to push division and fear, and they want people to be separated, you know. They want humanity to be divided. That's really what they want. And when I talk about humanity, I'm not talking about everybody. I'm talking about real humans, not, you know, artificial humans. So just letting that be known. And each brick is another layer of deception that they have, and they flaunt it, you know. All of them have pictures in front of brick walls. It's ridiculous because they're all building towards this one world domination, you know, having dominion over everything, controlling us, keeping us scared. I really am sitting here thinking about how they convinced all these people to get a ring. People don't even go outside no more. Nobody gonna rob you. So why do you have a ring? And the more I think about it, think about this. There will be a person that live across from another person. Both of them got a ring. So both of these MFs are recording each other. Whoever come over, whatever. And Amazon, the people that work behind the scenes, are keeping all this footage. They're saying when you leave the house. These are the real criminals. The real criminals are these people that y'all are trusting and buying from. They're the ones documenting you, documenting everything you're doing, and they're gonna fuck you up. That's what's gonna happen. And that's what they're gonna do to a lot of people. I mean, people are too comfortable. Too comfortable. People trust apps over people. That doesn't make any sense. I mean, people spend all their time on these apps trusting what somebody say on the app, trusting Google, trusting all this stuff rather than trusting the person. That is some ridiculous stuff, man. That's like checkmate right there, honestly. So yeah, guys, this character is very weird. Got these demon eyes as a baby. They purposely make this character look like this. Purposely. So this shows that they know how to make special need characters. They know how to make characters who are a little off. They know how. They have their little laboratory, their little Sims lab. Go play Sims. Sims is how they do it. Sims was them giving us a dumbed down version of what they do to make their characters. That's why when Sims first came out, Sims 4, they had celebrities promoting Sims 4. I remember Nicki Minaj promoting Sims 4 to people. They were designing her character. And that's how they do it. They just have a more advanced version because they always give us dumbed down versions of what they have. But it's the idea of it. Man, I really feel like people are getting so dumb nowadays. It's so crazy. You know what? Shout out to you people who watch and who understand and who get it, because I actually really don't think highly of the future. But you people who watch and really get it, especially the Patreon people, y'all give me hope. Honestly. Because it's like sad. Gypsy-Rose and Juliette Lewis are exactly the same. When they made Gypsy, they said, let's pull up this Juliette Lewis template, and now we got this character that's going to do a huge psyop and harvest all this energy and push fear on people. That's what they did. So thank you guys so much for watching. I truly appreciate you guys so much.